Hello everybody, thank you so much for watching my video. So I'm just gonna jump right into this makeup tutorial today, and I'm gonna start off with moisturizing. So what I'm moisturizing with today is by Glam Glow. It's a glow starter mega illuminating moisturizer. It's very hydrating as well. That's what I really like about it, and it smells so good. And then I'm going to go in with my Pore Professional Benefit Primer to fill those pores. I usually keep that right in my T-zone. That's typically the worst spot in my face with pores, so that's where I keep that one. And then I'm going to go in with my Too Faced Primed and Peachy Matte Skin Perfecting Primer. Since I am using a matte foundation, I like to have a matte primer as well. The foundation that I'm going in with today is by Fenty Beauty. It's in the shade 330, one of my favorite foundations of all time. I like it because it gives you that your skin but better look at the end, and it just fits me perfectly and it's awesome. So shout out to Riri, love you girl. This foundation is in a light to medium coverage for me, so I like to go in with a double dose of it. It doesn't make you look cakey or anything like that, but I just like to have a more fuller coverage look I should say, than what it gives me with just one layer of foundation. So that's just my preference, but some people like it with just one, but me, I like it to get all up in there and get it all covered up, if you know what I mean, honey. So I've been seeing this technique on YouTube by this YouTuber. Her name is Melly Sanchez, and she uses a beauty blender after she puts on her foundation with a brush. And I tried it, and ever since I have been doing that, that's exactly how I put my foundation on. So shout out to Melly. After I do that, I then go in with my concealer. My concealer today is by Sephora, just a regular Sephora concealer. And then I highlight under my eyes, down my nose, my cupid's bow, my chin, and my forehead. And then I'm also going to go in with my contour. It's a contour stick by Fenty Beauty. It's in the shade Mocha. I don't like to contour too dark, so I like a lighter contour. And I contour, of course, that 5 head. Down the sides of my face, down my cheekbones, and then down my chin as well. And of course, you can't forget about your nose. And then I blend that out with a beauty blender or Real Technique sponge, whatever sponge you have. And then I go in and do the same thing with my concealer. I like to blend out my contour first and then go back in with my concealer. I just like to have my concealer sit for a little bit, and then I go in and blend out my nose contour with a little contour brush. Y'all gotta excuse me. I thought I did something. So now I'm gonna go in with my Kat Von D translucent powder to set my concealer. And then I'm also gonna go in with my Kat Von D setting powder in the shade Peach just to set the rest of my face. And then we're gonna go into our eyebrows while we're baking.
To Detroit, yeah, the place that I rest, where the ladies got asses and live sex. And hot Atlanta, y'all, is one of the best, where they speak southern slang and smoke cess. And New York women are way too fresh, too much on your mind, let me ease that stress. I wish you all were mine, it's so selfish. Maybe I'm feeling myself too much, I guess. But to my ladies all across the globe, in small towns that I don't even know, to all local international codes, whether you see me in streets or catch me at shows, I'm calling. Maybe I'm selfish, I want you to myself, I can't help it.
Now it is time for me to get these brows together, honey. This is my favorite part of my makeup. I do my eyebrows every day, even if I don't do a full face. I just feel like brows just have to be done. Lately, it seems like I have been using my brow pencil more often than my pomade. I don't know why, there's really no reason, but I just find that maybe a little bit easier, quicker, a little more natural looking too. But I do still use my pomade when I'm making my hair strokes. I just use a very, very fine-tipped Morphe brush. I don't know the exact number because there's not a number on the brush that I use, but I use that to make little bitty hair strokes in the front of my brows just to make them look a little bit more natural. And honestly, that's the only time that I've been using my pomade, but I've been using my pencil more often now, and I really, really like it.
I'm calling. Maybe I'm selfish, I want you to myself, I can't help it. Yeah, maybe I'm selfish, you're mine.
So now I'm going to go in with my flat concealer brush by Morphe and my NARS creamy concealer in the shade Caramel. And I'm going to go in and just kind of fix my eyebrows underneath any harsh lines or uneven lines, all that. That's just what concealer is for. That's why I use it on my brows. With that being said, I definitely love to use my concealer that matches my skin tone on my brows, bottom and top. That's just how I am. I don't want you to really know that I put concealer on my eyebrows. So that's just one of my pet peeves, is I don't even like to highlight under my brow with the concealer. I like to highlight under my brow with an eyeshadow instead. So this is just like a little fixer-upper. This is my second favorite part of doing my makeup, is putting that concealer on and just watching that magic work. Now, when I do put my concealer on under my brows, I like to blend it out with the brush that I'm using to apply the concealer first. And then I go in with a smaller blending brush and just blend that all the way out as well. The worst thing you can do is have concealer showing on your eyebrows. It looks so tacky. I hate it. So the number one rule of makeup period is blending. So definitely you want to keep up with that when you're doing your eyebrows. So now I'm just going to go in with one of my brushes and just wipe away all that excess powder. And then we are going to get started on the eyes. So for today's eye look, I wanted to do like a blue and gold shade. I was feeling blue and gold for some reason. So I'm using the palette by Juvias Place. It's the Masquerade palette. I love this palette. And I'm going to go in with that light blue shade and just keep that more towards my outer crease and then blend it more towards the inner corner of my eye. And after that, I'm going to use a darker blue shade with a denser, smaller brush and apply that to the outer V and keep that more towards the outer V, just so that way I can define the outer V a little bit better. Next, I'm gonna go in with that bigger blending brush that I use for that lighter blue shade and just blend those two colors together so they mesh beautifully. And I'm gonna do the same thing for the other eye. Okay, so for my gold shade, I wanted this to pop, and I figured the only thing that I could use to make this pop is, of course, Trophy Wife by Fenty Beauty. I'm telling you, this was amazing. This is why I'm making all these crazy faces. They looked bomb together. Oh my gosh. So I'm like dipping and dabbing into this Trophy Wife constantly because I'm loving how it's just so bold. So this was a perfect idea, and I'm so glad that I did it. I am making sure that I keep the Trophy Wife more dense towards the corner of my eyes, and then I am bringing it down towards the lower lid as well, and then just kind of blending it into that blue. So I do want my lower lash line to be a little bit more smoked out, so I'm going to go in with that darker blue shade and a small blending brush and just sweep that across my lower lash line, and then I'm going to do the same thing with the lighter blue shade just to blend that out and really make it look smoky. I did have a little fallout, so I'm just going to take a big brush and just sweep that all away. Then I'm going to go in with my Sephora eyeliner in the shade Electric Blue. I just really felt like this color would make this look really pop. But I'm not really doing a winged liner. I'm just going to stop it about where my lash line ends on the top. Of course, this look would not be complete without mascara and lashes. So the mascara that I'm going in with today is by Sephora. It is just called Lashcraft Big Volume. You know I love volume when it comes to lashes. So I'm going to apply that to my top and bottom lashes. I like a lot of coats of mascara on, especially on the bottom lashes, because I want those to be super defined and super volumized, if that's even a word. Now I'm going to apply my falsies. These are by Ardell. They are in the number 251. These are my favorite lashes. I love these lashes, and they are not super duper expensive, but they get the job done, I'll tell you that. So of course I have to go in with some blush. My blush today is by OFRA Cosmetics. I actually really like this blush because it's a beautiful color. It is super pigmented, so as y'all can see, I kind of had to blend it out a little bit more, but I love the color. Yeah, I already know your look is never complete without highlighter. So the highlighter that I'm going in with today is by Ciaté. It's called the Glow 2 highlighter. Oh my goodness, this highlighter is bomb. I love this highlighter. It gives you that natural glow. I feel like, of course, I overuse my highlighter every time, but it's just so pretty. You just want to keep piling it on. And finally, I am just going to go in with a brown lip liner and line my lips. And then I'm going to go in with my Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb. I like to keep my lips really toned down when I have a bold eye look because I really want my eyes to pop. And after that, I actually almost forgot to put on my setting spray. So I'm going to go in with my Too Faced Peach Mist Mattifying Setting Spray and just set all of that makeup. And then we are all done, honey. So this is my final look. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. And thank you guys so much for watching. See you on the next video. Mwah.